Here we go.
Let's go.
Good
morning. Good morning.
Here we
Folks, look what we got. We got some guests. We are ready to go.
Got a couple of guests and we're ready to move.
That's right.
Everybody, you know what we do. This is the Car Guy Coffee Show. And
Let's
I am
brew.
Brew. Let's brew. Oh, that's what I should have
used. Thought you were
Let's go.
freestyle,
You guys
man. What's
should've
up with
jumped
that?
on with the Let's Brew.
All right. So, anyhow, you guys, we appreciate you for jumping on. And today we have two special guests. Right after this video, we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. But y'all stay tuned. Do not miss this. Share this if you're watching it right now. And guess what? It is time for. Welcome back.
All right.
Welcome back to the party, everybody.
That's how we do. We like to get the day started right. All y'all out there, all you car guys, car gals, people who are just watching, thank you for tuning in this morning.
Solutionaries.
That's what we are.
Rise.
Let's rise up.
It's time to rise. Let's go.
So we have two local car guys that are doing some things, some move makers that are just. I'm excited to have on the show. You know, one thing that Lou and we've been wanting to do is we wanted to spotlight a lot of the local car guys and car gals out here, just because we do a lot of reaching out to New York, reaching out to LA, reaching out to Florida. We have all these guests from all over the place. But one thing we haven't had a chance to really is get with the local guys. And man, you know, Chase reached out to me and said, hey, me and Rel, we want to get up on the show. And I was like, absolutely, man. What a great way to get the show going. One thing I know, and these two guys, I know both these guys. I don't know them like best friends, but I know of them. I've met them. I've seen them. Terrell's a little bit younger than me, but his brother grew up with me, and he grew up with my brother, who's a little bit younger. My brother's in the car game too. Then you got Chase. Chase, I've known Chase as Pops for many years, so it's so cool to have Chase out here. I don't know if I ever met Chase when he was a little kid, but I could tell you he was a little kid when I met his dad.
Yeah.
so it's definitely really cool to see him doing his thing, and it's fun to watch these fast trackers come out in this business and have the type of attitude that they have. You know, there's a many reasons why guys like Chase, guys like, you know, T could be like, you know what, this business is horrible. I don't want to be part of it. But they both have made decisions. And I had a little conversation with him yesterday. And I'm going to say, you know, Chase made a really good point, and I love what he said. He goes, you know, once you make that decision to treat the car business not like a job, but to treat it like a career, it's a game changer. And he's so right about that. And I'm gonna talk to Chase a little bit more about that here in a little bit, because I think that's a great point. So that being said, you got anything you want throwing on that, Lucy?
First things first.
First things first. You know what's up.
What it is that we gotta do.
No.
Before we get too in depth with getting into the conversation and a cup of coffee with some incredible car guys, we got to make sure that we do what it is that we do to make sure we keep growing.
You know what's up.
You know what that is, everybody. Join me, incredible car guys that you are. Welcome to the cafe. But first things first, let's go ahead and wipe off the weight of unforgiveness. We're going to focus on what it is that we got to do, and we're going to fly to higher heights than ever before. So join me together. Let's fly. 1, 2, 3. Forgive. Focus. Fly.
Flizzard.
Hey,
keep growing.
Keep growing. Keep growing. All right. Let me tell you something, folks. These individuals that are inside of the cafe with us right now are people that have overcome incredible different spots of adversity, whether it's fighting against the system inside of the way that society works.
That's right.
To help and not to help people, or it's overcoming things physically and overcoming things mentally in order to succeed inside of their field. They are truly solutionaries. They are truly people that are putting to practice today, right now, as we speak,
no doubt.
The actual ingredients that it takes to brew solutions everywhere that they are. But they're not just kind of doing it; they're doing it successfully. They may not have anybody singing a song to them. They may not have a bunch of people clapping for them inside of a meeting, because the people that they are clapping for them are driving rides right now, right? Those people are clapping every time they put some gas inside of the gas pump. These people are doing what it takes to continue life moving in the right direction because they found somebody that at heart wanted to help them. And these guys are those guys. And you guys are those guys if you're on the Car Guy Coffee podcast and you're brewing solutions. So I just want to let you know that I do honor, we do tribute those that are doing incredible things, and want to make sure that all of you that are doing great things too, come out here, share your great news.
Share your great news.
Show you off. We want to show everybody what it looks like.
We need to show the world.
Care for your customer and be successful.
We need to show the world that there's car people out there that really, truly do this as a real life. Like, this is what they want to do. They're passionate about it. Not just, hey, I'm doing this for the job. I'll make a little cash in my pocket. There's a difference. When you're out there to service people, the money's going to come in leaps and bounds. I mean, you're talking, it'll stack up. When
it'll chase you.
And you,
right?
It'll chase you.
Yeah,
it'll chase you.
Right?
And it's facts, man. And this business is plentiful. There's plenty of money in this business. Here's like the beautiful thing about the car business is that everybody's always wanting a nicer, newer vehicle. That's what's beautiful about this business. So as long as you can understand that, it'll be in your mind that everybody that you talk to, they want a nicer, newer vehicle. You just got to figure out what is the best way, the best path for them to be able to purchase that.
If you talk to them, they're car shopping. You know what I mean?
No doubt, Chase. Get it?
That's 100%.
Yes. So let's see. We got some guests that jumped on here. We got Denise Buttmasters. No pun intended. But hey, Denise from Georgia, love it. She's also a car woman for 25 years. Hey, wow. That is, you're talking about a quarter of a century doing this business. You definitely know what's up.
Yeah,
we got Tiana. Thank you for jumping on here.
What up?
What up?
So so that's first couple things there. So anyhow, what we're going to talk about.
Let's go ahead.
Let's go right into it.
I know you're going to go ahead and hit them. I got some key things that I think we need to make sure that people kind of get a grip on, that they're going through right now and they're implementing inside of their process. But I know how excited that you are. I know how excited that they are to start sharing. So we're going to go ahead and figure out who is going to kick it off first. Which one of you are we going to jump in with?
Whoever, man.
Well, we're going to go ahead and, since he went ahead and opened up the book,
I can go
ahead and hit Chase.
Chase. Yep. So Chase, man, we appreciate you for coming on the show. Guys, for everyone out there who's watching this, if you don't know who Chase is, you need to check his social media out. This guy's a trip. He's definitely been through some stuff in this business. Now, Chase, I'm going to let you tell the story, but before we do, I just want to ask you one quick question. I want to ask both of you and Terrell this question is, when you wake up every single day, and I like to ask this to everybody, it always needs to start with the why.
Standard question.
It's the standard question. So I kind of mentioned this to you guys yesterday. There's a purpose and there's a reason why we all do what we do. When you wake up, you can easily just say, you know what, screw today. I'm going to call in sick, or I'm going to do this, or I'm just going to go to work and just sit around and do nothing. What makes you get up, get to work, and grind it out? What's your purpose?
I mean, it would be two things. It would be obviously money. It would be what everybody's going to say, because I'm not going to act like I'm not in it for the money. I mean, that's downright flat. I'm in it for the gross. That's how we roll. So, but the second thing would just be to be a role model and to show everybody that if you can get up and you can grind, you can succeed. And if I can do it, of all people, with facing some physical limitations or adversity, then anybody can, So, now I did it before I had a car accident, which I'll get into that. But afterward, I still, I didn't miss a beat. I just kept rolling. So I'm in it to prove to everybody that this is a good spot to be, sales in general, or car sales and car management, and that with the right drive and focus, anything's possible, and you'll make your munch.
No doubt. And I think that's a very, very good point. And, that's what this business is about. You found your purpose, you do all those things, and the money, No doubt. I mean, I'm gonna tell you.
I mean, it's business.
I wouldn't have done this job if it wasn't for the advertising that said $60,000 a year. Now he saw 80. I saw 60, and that made me go, I'm in. Right. But now if you make 60, you're kind of like, what the heck, right? So like,
yeah,
that's why this business is beautiful. I love it. I absolutely am just like so passionate about it. So I'm so glad that you feel the same way. Now I think that anybody out there who says they're not driven by a little bit by the money in this business, they're lying to you, or because they would do something completely different.
It doesn't.
Right.
I go work a factory job, 8 hours a day, and I know exactly when I'm gonna get off. What I'm dealing with every day.
Hey, if you don't think the car business is fun, then I think you shouldn't be in it.
You shouldn't be in it, right?
Truth.
Have fun doing this.
I have so much fun.
Yeah. That.
That's exactly right. So Terrell,
what's up, man?
Let me know what's up, man. What's your purpose, man? What's your why?
Man, I get up every morning, and once you reach a level, you want to maintain a lifestyle. It's not so much as getting there, that it's maintaining it. A lot of people get it, but a lot of people will lose it. So family first, man. I mean, you got family, kids in college, things of that nature. But the one thing you want to do, like Chase said, is you want to have fun. I can't go to work and be around a bunch of stick in the muds. I can't be in that kind of environment. Nobody likes to walk on eggshells. It's all something that'll bring you to another level of life. No matter where you are in your life or situation, if you get into the car business and you make this a career. One of the first owners I ever worked for, he had an acronym for the word job. It means just over broke. So you move into this with a career mind, you're going to be successful. There's no way that you're not going to be successful if you come up with the right mind state. So, you focus on your family, focus on your career, and just focus on what lifestyle do you want to have. Because if you put forth the work or the effort, you can obtain that. And that's just, Chase and I are perfectly good examples.
Once you focus on that statement of it being a career over a job, once you focus on that, then all your focus is in the right direction, because this will provide for you. And once you make up your mind that this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to give this my all. I'm going to do my follow-up. I'm going to do my calls. I'm going to do all the tedious points that people scoff at times or think
let
they're
me
too
add a
good
little
for.
bit there.
Yeah.
Chase and I started this business pretty much together, at the hip.
Yeah.
Probably within 3 to 6 months of each other at the same dealership. So, we literally have grown from green peas to full-fledged trees now.
What store was that at?
Tim Frenchie's. 10 years ago, actually.
10 years ago.
It was 10 years last summer. This past summer.
Yeah, we came up. So we literally came up in the business together to reach heights that most people will probably never see. When you go to like selling 5 to 6 cars a month, and then you look up 10 years later, you're selling 30.
Yeah,
so true.
And he's exactly right.
How does that even happen? And it happens because of that focus. It's because you wake up, both feet hit the ground, or if you wake up, your knees hit the floor, you pray to God or whoever. You've got a purpose, and there's people that you've got that that need you to be that person that's gonna be a provider. We're all examples of our situations. So you make the best of that situation.
Man, I love it. You guys are speaking such truth right now.
Yeah, I just want to let you keep talking.
You guys are doing a great job.
They hear us say stuff enough. Right?
We talk off a lot, and we try to practice what we preach, and that's the one thing. I can tell you guys one thing that this whole podcast has done for us. In case you guys are ever interested in doing something a little bit more, trying to reach out and trying to spread this love out, because that's what this whole cafe. The coffee. We do this for no money. We do this for fun. We do this because we want to spread good news about the car business. We do this because we want people to realize the car business isn't the old school way you used to see those guys that were like, the short sleeve shirt with the tie and the pocket protector. We're not those guys. We are those guys with some swag now. We're those guys who actually care about you.
And if we did do it, man, we would look good.
Yeah, if I wore a short sleeve shirt with a tie, I still would look fly. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Don't make me bust out the suit now.
With the brown pants and whatnot.
We want to do a golf scramble day where we basically put on an outfit like the craziest golf fit outfit or the craziest car guy quintessential outfit. Just something, just looking silly, having fun. No. But you're completely right. And it's so refreshing because you guys are a different generation as far as your time coming into this business and learning and seeing different things. So we've had the great honor to be around the country, training many different people across the country. It was Tim French who showed up to one of our events and pulled me out, and we sat down and we built a relationship, and we went and built that store. I was a managing partner with him to create.
Can I add one more point to that?
Yeah.
Look, Tim French Superstore Radcliffe, this is all, but I'll tell you what, there's probably 11, 10, 12 managers that came from under that wing.
Exactly.
One location, a small little location. There's got to be at least 11 or 12 managers out there in Hardin County alone. You know, to me, Tim French was a great lesson. You know, it was a great lesson.
It was like going to D1 college or something.
Yeah. Right. It was. What happened?
Thanks for that education. I'll tell you.
So listen to that point though, real quick, because there's a lot of you listeners out there that don't know who Tim French is. You don't know where it is that we are, and you don't really know what it is that we're doing. What we're saying when we refer to these places. So consider this, okay? Consider a place where you've taken a great car guy with some great knowledge, great use of resources, and took those strengths that he had from building up 3 great dealer groups in a region, went into starting his own store, was very connected, of course, with other people that were doing sales all throughout the nation. Okay. Sure. Some of the greatest and best people came in and out of our region doing staffed event sales. Many of you know them, the mailers, the flyers. You bring in a team of hosses that come in and they hold down a sale. That's what we did for many of our days in life, right? We grew.
And it was, and one of those things is, a lot of people, road sales or what have you, those road guys will challenge the dealership. They expect the dealership to lay down. We weren't allowed to.
Oh yeah,
that's right. And that, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not trying to brag a little bit, but obviously I've been in this area for 18 years selling cars. That location in Radcliffe, that used to be the Kia store, right? I worked there for many years, making 6 figures as a salesperson like it was nothing back in the early 2000s. Yeah, beautiful little spot. Tim French was the general manager of the store at the time. So we did a lot of road sales too. So I feel what you guys are talking about. But let me tell you, Hardin County is a special breeding ground for good car people.
We got good.
I don't know what it is. I don't know why it is. But even before y'all's time, there was people coming up in the business that are just monsters in this business right now still, that are out there either on the road, they're at dealerships now currently, just like y'all's generation of guys who came up. There's something super special about Radcliffe. And I don't know if it's because it's a military town, though the military doesn't really affect us like it used to when I first got into business. I mean, when I first got in, I had BDUs pulling up on the lot left and right. Now you don't see that at all.
I showed up in my second interview with BDU. Well,
you know what I mean? You did. I remember when Lou showed up, and that's the thing. So the business it's in the area. I don't know if that's what it is, or maybe it's because a lot of us are military children. And we've been around it, so we understand the different cultures and how it is to fit in with people that you've never been around,
Oh, yeah.
And that's what helped me. I'm a unique person.
I think that's what helped me out a lot too. Going no matter where I sell cars at, it's just being that military, background and traveling. You walk to someone that's Korean, you're like, I see. Oh, next thing you know, you've broken the ice. You know what I mean?
Boom! You know what's up, and you know how to treat a Korean customer, especially a woman. There's a certain way you treat them, and it's respect. But you let them do their thing. You let them talk their smack, and you just go with it and have fun, right? You understand that they're going to tell you it's too high. Come on now.
The person that's starting this business, mirror of the customer. Chase will tell you, I don't care if a guy pulls up with a rebel flag. That's my boy.
Yeah, that's your boy. Your accent gets a little thicker there. You go, hey, what's up, bud?
Howdy, y'all. Terrell ran to those customers. He wanted to up them.
You know what? Those are the best ones. The ones that are the awkward, because you could be like, you don't want to buy it from me because I don't know why. Let me ask. You want me to get you a different salesperson? Hey. You guys, I love it because I do know that you guys have the same type of mentality that Lou and I have when it comes to closing deals. I know you guys are closers, not just car people, but you're closers. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of closers in this business. To be a closer is a special skill. And honestly, man, Radcliffe has tons of closers, and I love that. And I love that this Hardin County area has produced so many that are just blow your mind. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of weak sticks here in this area too. We all know it. That's why we are proficient at what we do. But I could tell you, you know, we're having you guys on the show because I know you guys are X Factor type guys, and I do appreciate you guys coming on. Now, real quick, man, I was talking to, you know, Rel yesterday, and he's telling me that he knows Lou because he all used to battle a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Mix it up with the music, you know, hip hop. That's where I started. I love hip hop, you know.
He's rocking a Yankee hat, knowing that I'm feeling it. But the great thing, well, with Terrell, when he first, like, okay, you got all of our friends that had us all hyped up. You know, you got this kid over here that can spit. I'm the greatest spitter. I'm the greatest alive, right? I'm the best there is, right? There ain't nobody better than me nowhere, right? That's my mentality, and that's his mentality coming up into the mix. And we're outside of a Burger King, you know what I mean? I'm in a Burger King uniform, you know what I mean?
And, is it that deep? Goes that back that far?
Yeah.
Oh, damn! I thought it was car business.
No,
so you're talking about like before? You're talking before he was even in the army.
Yeah,
y'all were doing
kids,
that.
Right?
Oh,
yeah, he knows me longer than you.
That's old right there. You got some old.
Yeah, so, but no, he comes through.
What are you guys doing? The old like 80s style rap back then?
In the hotel,
I
see Lou from afar. I remember when you was in that hotel, man, for a second. You know what I mean? Like different little situations, you know, in life, and that's the thing, guys. I mean, it's no matter where you start, you get into this business, you treat it like it's going to be what you want to do, your career. You say, I can give this 30 years of my life. Mm-hmm. You know, you apply all that knowledge from birth, from traveling the world, from just meeting other people. You've picked up little bits and pieces, and that's what we do in this business. We pick up bits and pieces from each other. You know, this is all about networking and friends. You know, you can make a lot of changes and adjustments to your craft just by watching what your friends do, and you can also grow by your network. If you're networking with people that have the same goals as you, you're gonna obtain some knowledge, and you're gonna grow even more by adding it to your bag, man. I mean, you want to have something in your bag. Chase Lanz, let me tell you something. Chase Lanz, I tell people to this day, I'm like, he's probably one of the top 2 or 3 salespeople I've ever worked with. But it's you know, the man is fluid. His approach is the same. However, he can shape it to the customer no matter what it is. It doesn't matter where they're from. They can be coming out of the backwoods of Eastern Kentucky, or they can be coming out of the West End of Louisville. And we just know how to vibe with those people. They're going to sit down. They're going to do one thing, and they're going to do the one thing you want them to do. You want them to trust you. Because like Tim used to say, people are going to buy cars from people they trust. Mm-hmm. You know, we've all seen it. You know, there's always somebody that can't close a customer that somebody else can come in and close. Well, they just didn't match well with that person. That's okay too.
Well, or at some point you've just exhausted yourself as a salesperson.
Yeah.
You know, I'm big.
And knowing your limitations works.
If you've laid in and done your job as a salesperson, a lot of times it's proper to need a TO for that last bump.
Yeah. And that's it. And that's what I tell my guys all the time. I'm like, when you do because I'll go in, take a turn, come back out 2 minutes later, get the full pencil. They're like, how'd you do that? I said, dude, and I always give them all the praise. I'm like, look, it was you. I said,
I always tell, you know, you all know Josh Perkins. Josh is he works for me, or I don't say anybody works for me. We're all co-workers.
Yeah, your teammates. Yeah.
So, but he had a deal on Saturday, and I mean, he did it all. I came in and got the last offer that he was trying to get, but I was like, dude, you had already got like 3 bumps. They weren't going to get that last one. It had to go to somebody else, you know?
That's it. And sometimes it's just going in and saying the same stuff that was said already, but because I said it and I'm the manager.
I was going to say they just want to see that final manager. Yeah.
It is. And every once in a while it's that case, but I give all the praise to my salespeople for 1, getting the person here, 2, getting a commitment to purchase a car if terms and figures are agreeable, 3, showing the vehicle and doing it the right way, building the value in that vehicle where it exceeds the cost. The only thing I had to do was go in there and glad had somebody. Just, hey, man, everything's good. Trust me, you're fine. Sign right here. You know what I mean? That's basically it.
Terrell said in the middle of that, he was like networking, and if you're not learning from everybody, if you're not picking up something from everybody you come across, whether it's good or bad in the car business, and you're not absorbing, you're not.
I love it.
You know,
I love it.
If you're not. Every single salesperson on your floor manager, if you don't learn something from them, whether it's their habits or their work ethic or their follow-up or their closings or their word tracks, their attendance, their dress, their appearance, whatever, then you're not even
Lanzy,
not even absorbing everything.
What's one thing that you would tell a green pea right now that's jumping in the car business? What would you tell them right now?
Dress and learn your inventory. Two Boom. That's the two nicest things I can tell you. Dress to impress and learn your inventory.
Man,
I like it.
I
like it. Always
what would you tell him, Terrell?
I tell them to just shut the hell up. I mean, seriously. I mean, just sit back and just watch and observe and listen. And then you gotta invest. If this is gonna be a career, you gotta invest time outside of the job site. You know, you gotta get on the YouTube. You gotta. And Chase will tell you, I was a Grant Cardone head. Like I had like a huge Grant Cardone theme about sales. You know,
you should.
I was driven with the Cardone experience and kept like 100 closes. And that stuff is still ingrained into me today.
I still use all Terrell.
What's that?
I mean, I still use all those.
Yeah, you have to.
You know, speaking of, so let me touch base since I know we don't have limited time. I'm going to give a little bit of background. When me and Terrell got in this 10 years ago, and I'm thankful for the time we got in and where we got in. We talked about it. Tim French's a used car sales dealership in Radcliffe. The reason I'm thankful is we got in like not pre-smartphone era, but right before everybody had smartphones.
Yeah.
So we got to see, you know, where iPhones had just became a thing. You know, I think the first iPhone came out in 07, 08. We got in at 09, 2009, 2010. So we got in. A couple people had smartphones. Everybody still had their BlackBerry. You know what I mean? So the next year or two, everybody converted to a smartphone. So we saw that whole change where it went from everybody kind of just shopped you versus the dealership next door to where now everybody shops you versus every dealership in the country. So, you know, and everybody's got a smartphone from 13 years old to 85 years old. So we saw that. And then we came from a dealership. You talked about the sales. While we were at Tim's, I mean, I would say, Terrell, what do you think? We've done 30 fast sales?
Oh, we do one every 6 weeks.
Yeah, we did one every 6 weeks for the 4 years Terrell and I worked there. So, I mean, I don't know. That's 30, 40. And we saw so many different sales teams. And I learned, once again, the good, the bad, and the ugly from them. I learned to this
accelerated, right? Fast. You learned it all quick.
I learned my best close from a guy that I met at Tim French's. I was a salesperson. I was probably 21 years old. And a guy that was on the road that was just a fly-by-night dude. You know what I mean by that? He just he told me he's actually deceased, but he told me a close, and I've stuck with that thing for like 9 years, and it's the best one I know to this day. Like it's the simplest too, and I'll share it with everybody.
Out. Let's go.
It's when you were back from the test drive, or now since you're not going on it when they pull up, it's real simple. You know, it's the 3 yeses. Of course, did they like it? Did it ride good? Did it drive good? Did it fit your wants and needs? Yes, yes. Well, folks, if I can get everything right, is there any reason you wouldn't do business with me? It's a trap question. If I can get everything right, how can they say no to that? Even if that's a ridiculous number that I can't get to, that would be everything right. They're going to tell you no right then and there if there's an objection you can go ahead and handle, or they're going to say, yeah, if you can get or they're going to say, yeah, if you can get my trade in, yeah, that's what I mean, Mr. Jones or Mr. Customer. If I can get everything right, your trade in, my price, the payments, if I can get everything right, there's no reason you wouldn't own the car. It's a trade. You know, there's no reason to say no if you can't get everything right. They're going to tell you no, they don't like the car, because after everything else is just money. You know that. The 3 M's, the man, the money, the machine. So,
that's right.
I learned so much.
Now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Lance.
Yeah.
All right. What would you do to encourage someone that's in a drought? Because we've all hit the wall.
Dude, just keep your head up and don't get back to the basics. We always say that, because sometimes you need to head check yourself. Maybe you're sidestepping or shortcutting, and then go just keep pounding, keep answering the phone, keep taking ups, because your luck's gonna turn. You're gonna sell 3.
That's it. It's a numbers game, and that's something I coach my guys on, and I try to preach that to stay positive, because I tell them this. Listen, I have one guy come to me, man. I've already brought you 15 apps in a row. Out of all those 15 apps, I haven't been able to sell a car.
Oh yeah.
I'll look at him and I'll look him right in the eye. I said, dude, get excited. They're like, what? I said, bro, your next 15 are going to be fire. Because that's numbers. That's the way this works. That's the way this business is. You keep the same attitude and you work hard. Your next 15, law of averages tells me you're going to have some bangers for one, and you're going to have more than the average person, because you're doing 30 in a row. You're going to have your numbers are going to average out. Keep that positive. Another thing I tell my guys is this: plan something every 3 months that's outside of work. Take a vacation. Because if you don't do these types of things and you don't spend some time and have something to keep you motivated, because we all need to recharge sometimes. It's cool. I'm a grinder. You see me. I work a lot. I'm either at work, I'm doing my podcast, I'm doing this, I'm doing stuff with my family. I'm constantly trying to keep my wheel of life balance. Because I believe that if your life is balanced in every aspect, it runs a lot smoother. You tend to be a lot happier. You tend to find more enjoyment in work, your family, your friends, and everything else that you do. If you play ball, if you bowl, whatever you do, if you love something and you balance it all out, it all going to work out. But like to touch your point there is that you have to be that way. I mean, period. You have to have that grind mentality. Understand that, yeah, I've had some bad luck, but you know what? If I keep doing this, eventually I'm going to have some banger luck. I'm going to have like that good stuff, like where I hit 3 in a row that are just like boom, boom, boom. They're all good deals. They all say yes, right? Or if and that's the thing. Like yesterday, I had a salesperson, Kerry. He's been in the business for a while. He started working with me recently, and I've never seen him so mad before. Got so mad over the insurance on a car. I mean, literally exploded. So I looked at him. I was like, dude, it's not that serious, bro.
What happened? Did the deal blow up because the customer couldn't afford it or something, or they couldn't get
it? Thought it was. That wasn't even the situation. He assuming things were going to happen badly because he was just, and so he took it and just got.
He started to panic and everything. It's like,
dude, he almost he wanted to break the table. He goes, this damn insurance company. I'm like, bro, we're on a 7-pound front. Relax. Yeah. We'll figure this damn thing out. We're good.
We'll figure this shit out.
Yeah, we'll figure this out. Do not let them leave. Do not explode this up. Stay positive and stay smiling, bro. We're good to go.
Can see that. Customers can sense that. I tell guys, when they're down on themselves, I'm like, look, bro, don't go out there with that customer like that. Do whatever you got to do. Fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Like if we're people are creatures of habit, and I can tell if someone's not in that kind of a mood, right? If somebody's not in a real positive mood, I can always tell, even if it's a customer, manager, what have you. So you got to know how to work around that. You know what I mean? You got to keep growing. Keep growing whatever you're doing, the positive things, and focus on those aspects. Once we all have lives outside the dealership, right? Right. Everybody's got a life outside the dealership. Don't let this stuff that's going outside at home bog you down at work, because you'll stay in your head, and that's what a lot of salespeople do. We get in our heads. Especially we're about to come up, this is the summertime. The summer's always great. We all know how it is. Then the winter, and the winter comes, and next thing you know, you can take a 20-car month guy and he's a 15-car month guy. Take a 15-car month lady, she's a 10-car month. And so those numbers, we know that's going to happen. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're using some of that same approaches that you use in the summer when it was nice weather. You want to remember those times, and you want to put that into practice. And here's the thing for people that aren't in the car business, they always, people come to me and like, how many cars what's a good amount of cars to sell in a week? How many cars do you sell in a week? And I look at them, I'm like, it's not about the short term. It's 365 days. It's 30 days. You don't look at it just a day at a time, a week at a time. I've got 30 days to get my job done. I know where I want to be.
And it's beyond that. Right? It's even beyond that.
But it's at the bare minimum. Then you got 365 days, and you got 10 years. You got to have 5-year, 10-year plans.
Yep.
It's all about that plan. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to see? You want 4-bedroom, 3,000 square foot homes, 5-bedroom, you want a couple of acres? Are you going to invest in? Are you getting in the market? Are you got to have these plans, and that's what keeps the guys that are on top. They're not walking in the dealership and
it's ever growth, man.
So many.
They're not the guys that are going into the stores and they're like, I'm going to sell a car. They've also got some other things that they want to sell those cars so they can achieve. I tell guys all the time, look, man, don't make this the bottom. You can keep going and keep growing at this, man. It's just the way it is. I've seen guys go from literally. I'll share a story about a kid that we had. A kid named Austin. When he started, Tim's kid didn't even have a driver's license, and we discovered him. Like, man, you don't have a license. Like, dude, we gotta get you a driver's license. Get the kid a driver's license. The next thing you know, this kid was living at his aunt's house or mom's house, gets his own apartment, got him a bank account, and just started blossoming as a salesperson. Now wherever he took that beyond that point is on him. But you just watch somebody go from absolutely nothing to within a matter of weeks. To have all of that and driving a car, those are the simple things. You know what I mean? That you love to see, and I just like to see success out of other people.
That's awesome.
So many people, green peas or something, that think that it's not, or they don't see the end game. Nobody unless you guys come from just like super rich parents, which I mean, my dad's a car guy. He's successful off the car business, but I mean, he didn't hand me a silver platter. I don't have this big trust fund or anything. If nobody told me where to invest, nobody told me that I had to set up my 401k. Now you got to hear this stuff like you're hearing it right now on this podcast, and you've got to take it and take action. I heard what to do, and I invested. I do my own 401k. You got to build your own retirement. Make this, because you make enough money in this business to make, this is what you want to do, to not even worry about the rest of the things that people. So many people quit this kind of job and be like, "Well, I need benefits or I need something more steady." No, you need to learn how to put your money back and save and you guys know what's up. I don't have to
right. No, so check this out real quick.
So right,
because
man.
These guys are incredible. I love what you guys talking into the
about.
Future that we have a Terrell and Chase show or a Chase and Terrell show, and that's what's going on. So we're going to add a little validity to that. And welcome back to my show, where we're going to ask a couple questions from you that are going to be key for car guys and car gals to actually put into place inside of their life. Okay, so check this out real quick. Let's add some validity to this real fast. Terrell, how many cars did you sell last month, sir?
29.
Okay, 29 in the middle of a pandemic, right? Inside of this region, which is still trying to figure out what the heck is the law and what is not the law, right? No, everything keeps changing, okay? And he is capable of so much more, has done more, and is consistently leading things inside of his store. So I'm going to position this both ways, this question, both sides here, okay? Right, bam, and bam.
I love it.
All right. What is it that you guys had to do to adapt most to the climate right now to begin delivering units the way that a customer buys them? Terrell, what kind of store are you at? You're at a
I'm
Toyota
at
store.
Toyota dealership.
Right. And Chase, you're at a premium
used car superstore. Yep.
Yeah, premium pre-owned car store. And there's still a frequency that's changed for the entire business. What is it that you guys have done to adapt to that? Terrell, in a new car store, bridging the two together, what have you seen as being the biggest piece that could help somebody in adapting to right now?
The one thing you have to do more, I think your presentation of features and benefits matter a whole lot more, because right now we're not going on test drives. Think about 30 cars, and I didn't go on one test drive. And we've all been told, ride with your customer.
Yeah, dude. It still kills me as a manager telling the people they can't ride with them. I'm like,
I know it's been tough, hasn't it?
Like, I can't talk to this person, because that's where I like to do my bidding. You know what I mean? So what I do, I bring it outside of the vehicle. You know, I trial close. When they get back, I'm asking them the same trial close questions I would ask them in the car.
Come on.
Did you like the drive of the vehicle? Yes. Does this vehicle work for you? Yes. If I get the numbers right, can I earn your business? I'm going to ask for the sale. I mean, but the adjustment is made in the beginning, because now I have to be more involved in the presentation of this vehicle from 6 feet away when I'm talking to them. So I got to make sure that I'm conveying all of the right things. I've got to also sanitize my car. You know, so that customers want to see this. If you do this in front of your customers and they know, hey, this guy's taking his time to go that extra mile, just with a couple of baby wipes and wiping off their steering wheel and stuff like that, that stuff works, guys. People see that.
Yep.
I actually had to not deliver a car, but I sold a vehicle, and the wife didn't want to sit in the dealership. She wasn't going on it anyway, but she needed a ride home. So I gave her a ride home. Naturally, you know, we had our mask and everything. But she said the one thing she appreciated is she saw people sanitizing those tables. Yeah, that's just the small stuff like that. You know, it's a new environment with this COVID. You know, it's not anything we're used to. And hopefully it won't be something that'll be around forever, but just adapt to it.
That's it.
Chase, what about you? What have you?
I kind of agree with everything he said. I don't have anything extra to say besides, beef up your presentation and trial close at the end. There's not really anything too much different. It gives you the only thing really different is it gives you a common subject. You know, you're always tell people whether your customer has zero in common with you, he's always got something, because we've got the weather. Now we've got COVID. You know, so
that's such a good way of thinking about that, Chase. There's always a way to find common ground.
That's right.
Yeah.
100%.
So in this common ground right now for all of us, is the base level for us all, right? We're all dealing with a COVID situation.
Everybody is.
And the customer immediately attaches to, oh, okay, so this is because of COVID, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why is this on sale? Because of COVID. Well, why is this, why is that color over there? Whatever the answer is, it's like the entire society is saying it's because of COVID. You know what I mean? It's because of COVID.
It's a good way to just throw it out there, man. Like, hey, it's COVID, man.
Because of COVID. But it's helped you. What have you been doing inside of your setups? Because I know that your setup has to be key before you really begin that process. You're probably laying down some groundwork beforehand so that they understand how this ride is going to go. How has that differentiated from what we were doing in the past, or what have you seen happening inside of your setup now to where it's almost like, man, they're just jumping on the rails and flowing with it?
I've noticed that a lot of people are coming out and they are assuming that dealerships are desperate for car deals. I think that's a misconception. So I have to break that misconception to begin with. I will tell the customer, that I can hear it in their voice. They're thinking that, hey, oh, you guys aren't busy, are you? I'm like, no, actually, we broke a record last month, sir. And they're like, wow, like, I'm good for you. They're happy about that.
Yeah.
They want you to be successful too. They don't want you to just be down. So when they start to understand that, hey, people are buying cars, guess what? That gets the blood flowing. You got somebody a little bit more interested because maybe they just came in and thinking that, hey, I'm gonna steal one. Now they're like, now I might have to play ball with this guy. I'm not just going to walk out the door and steal it. And that's what you got to tell a lot of your sales guys, even if you're doing slow, even if it ain't great, tell them we're doing fantastic. You know what I mean? It's like bad marriages. I've seen people do it. They're like, we're doing great.
Fake it.
And they get in the car and they just argue the entire time. So
It's
like,
fake it till you make it. But the car business is strong right now. I'm sure you guys know that.
Awesome.
So posturing them in a way that lets everybody know, hey, it's really not us that are scarce of cars. It's actually you, Mr. Customer, that needs to take advantage of this moment. Because one thing that we all know as car guys is if you're out looking for a car right now, you need a car. You're trying to get this done.
Yeah, you're not going to come out to the dealership during COVID unless you really need a vehicle.
You guys want to minimize.
It's like a rainy day when they show
the
up.
amount of exposure. They want to minimize the amount of exposure they have to people because that's it's being bashed into our head, right? Minimize that. So it goes with car guys, right? It goes with us too. So virtually things have been changing. Chase, inside of the used car segment, how has things changed for you guys being able to connect the customer to what they're looking for when you don't have major corporate dollars going to putting out that message to them?
You talking about just landing the customer necessarily on a vehicle or connecting?
No. I mean more like in your setup to setting up that appointment for that customer that's probably wanting to try to do as much as they can over the phone. How are you setting them up differently now?
Well, I know a lot of managers are different, but I'm never opposed to getting, obviously through a secured way. I'm not opposed to getting their credit and stuff, getting them pre-qualified over the phone. Obviously at that point, we're going to sell the appointment and then, tell them that the car's been pulled up. It's been sanitized. Like Terrell said, the simple steps that we're going through during the pandemic to ensure everybody that this is real easy. I think kind of once they show up, they're expecting a little different process, but they're kind of seeing that it's not too far from different, We just have a mask on. We've got the car pulled up. You do your presentation and make a copy of their license, let them drive. And I think I don't know if you guys feel like this as managers. It's been so tough on me because I feel like my salespeople don't want to test drive it, don't want to go on the test drive.
The guys who didn't want to test drive are loving this right now.
Oh, loving it, yeah. And now I want to tell them, so badly to go on, but obviously it's okay. And I don't feel like we're missing business because we're not going on test drives, mainly because no other dealerships are. But it doesn't feel, I was brought up that the trial close took place on the test drive. That was such an imperative part to closing. And so it's just totally thrown me off with the trial close not taking place on the test drive. And, but it doesn't seem, I can't say that it's affecting it because we're doing fine.
Yeah. And you guys definitely are. Both your stores are doing great. The thing is like anything else, your attitude is always going to determine your altitude.
Come on.
So as long as you maintain that positivity, and it all starts from the top. So guys like Chase, when you're a leader on the floor, you have to be that guy. Guys like Terrell, I know that you could probably go get a manager job anywhere you really want to, I'm sure. But you're working at a place that you're producing well. You don't have to worry about everybody else. You worry about yourself. But I know based off of how you post, based off of how you are, that you do care about everybody on your team.
You can hear it.
Did you actually honor the guys who
this.
hit those huge numbers that actually, you know, get up? You mentioned somebody got like 60 something cars last month or something.
Dude,
like that, right?
we've got a guy right now making $30K a month in this right now.
Banging.
He's making $30,000, put $125,000 in front gross last month.
Gotta love it.
Dude, there's some monsters out there, and that's okay. I used to think that I had to be the best person in the dealership.
You got to just
somebody's gonna be better than you. I promise you.
I'm gonna tell you, Mike, and I tell this to everybody, and I believe this in myself. I like to be the best too. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not in competition with you. I'm not in competition with Lou. I'm in competition with myself. I just got to be better than I was yesterday. And if I'm better than I was yesterday, holy crap, I'm a stud. That's how I look at it, you know.
And so to kind of bring this all full circle, everybody. In the very first meeting with Terrell and I, it was a bunch of us getting together to just battle it out and be able to spit rhymes and give our best words, hot fire, right, in order to minimize the other person. A lot has matured since then. Yeah. A lot has changed since then. We have all grown into different people since then. Like we were talking about the different classes, the different ages maybe that we are inside of this business. They came into a store that, what's year again? Because I started
08, 09,
09,
right?
10, something
okay.
Like that.
All right. So we were about a year and a half apart in just inside of that time frame, right? But they are now growing and pouring back out. I believe that the key way for you to really, really learn something is to teach it.
Boom.
And you can hear their heart as they're trying to make sure that you all out there
no doubt.
are getting the information that it takes for you to implement it and see success inside of your world. They're not just doing it with the people that work with them, but they're also inside of the cafe pouring into your cups for you to sip on some of the solutions that they have. But a key thing, folks, that I'm noticing and I'm loving to see with them is how much they truly at heart love seeing other people grow, but it's pouring out of them. It's coming out of them, the advice and the tips for success, and it's going to keep you guys growing. It's grapefruit. We're so honored to see what it is that you guys are doing, and we know that there's many more like you. So keep encouraging them. Say, hey, tell them, you guys got to get on the Car Guy Coffee podcast and tell them what you're doing, because it's what you guys are doing that get managers, that get owners paid. I solely 100% believe that the key source is the salesperson, and that is the one that makes
where it all starts.
Transaction happen that pays everybody. So you got to make sure that the horses are actually fed right, and you figure out what the thoroughbreds are doing. And you guys are thoroughbreds inside of your world. Man, we honor you.
No,
Thank
seriously,
you so much.
You guys are definitely two people. You know, especially now that we've interviewed you, I'm excited to get to know you guys some more. You guys just keep doing what you're doing. If you keep spreading out this type of news, you share the love with people. Like a lot of people, I'm not going to teach somebody my special clothes.
No, give them your
F
sauce.
that, dude. Teach them your sauce, right? Give them all the sauce, because here's the thing: the more you're going to give, the more you give. And this, I hate to use cheesy quotes, but the more you give, the more you get. And I'm not talking about financial. I'm talking about you get back. And trust and believe it'll go beyond your wildest dreams. But you have to have a pure intention of giving, not a giving of expecting something back. Right? Give without expecting nothing back. And guess what? One day you turn around, your life is just blessed. You have all this stuff going on. You have a beautiful life. You're making more money than you can believe. You're on vacations. You have everything that you could ever desire. I mean, your friends are amazing. Because the more you share, the more people want to gravitate towards you. It's facts. The more that you're open to people, the more that you show, hey, I am not a selfish person. I'm here to help everybody. Now, don't get me wrong. We all have to be selfish a little bit. We all have to take care of ourselves. We have to make sure we're mentally right. We're physically right. We're doing, financially right. You got to take care of those things, because your cup has to be overflowing in order for you to be able to give. You can't have a half full cup and then try to give people stuff. That's okay if you try, if you want to share a little bit, but you got to have something for yourself, or you're going to deplete yourself. So you have to make sure you're overflowing milk. You can give to people that milk. It makes them good.
And we don't cry over spilled milk around here, folks.
No, we don't.
What we do is we stay focused on flying. And again, these guys, when I'm over here doing this, I'm saying that it's not so much that it's just that you're going to give and you're going to get, but that it truly is greater to give than receive.
100% it is. Always will
be. You can't give what you don't have.
On what Fred said, you said was awesome. You all said that we wanted to teach and we wanted this grapefruit. Well, that's what we are. We're feeding off you guys. We wanted to go on your all show because you all are teaching. You all are so So it's just the whole thing. You all know energy feeds energy, but thank you guys, and you all were the fruit to this. So
yeah, man, it's been a blast watching you guys put out the podcast, and you guys were like the first in the area to do so. So that's commendable. You broke a barrier that a lot of people probably thought wasn't even attainable, and that's really good. And that just says something about you all. You care about giving out that just that perspective that you've had over your years, 18 years, 20. Mm-hmm. It's about 30 years between the two of you. That's awesome.
Almost 40 years.
I mean? When you start to put all that in perspective, it is like fatherhood, or it is like a brotherhood. What we do in this this business all together. And
it's tribal, right? That's what it's more like. It's tribal.
And what you mentioned earlier, and I'm going to let you keep talking, but the thing is, you talked about network. Your network is important. Your network is your net worth, period. And the more people the more things happen to you. You get stuff for free, and it'll blow your mind. Just because you're with the right people and you're rolling with the right people, and you're not only are you following them, but you're also leading. It's what the whole group, a network, is about. Everybody's sharing ideas. Everybody's trying to be friends. Everybody's trying to uplift people. That's what the cafe is about.
That's what we
upshifting and uplifting folks, man. And you guys do a great job. And honestly, Terrell, I appreciate you making some of those posts that you recently did on the cafe where you asked questions about what's different. Those were great. Because I was doing a question every single day, and I just started running out of good questions. I was like, man, I'm just going to sound like an idiot putting out, what's your favorite color?
We did that once.
But yeah, man, it's been a blast, bro. And I hope everybody's having a great summer. I hope I hope y'all got something out of this, and hope your teams are just, hope you guys do some team building, and you're stretching that with the other guys that you work with. I mean, that's a lot of us will forget about, in the middle of us just doing our jobs, career field, what have you. We forget it is a team, top to bottom. And when I first got in the business, the one thing I always wanted to do was get the person inside. And guess what? That's the same thing I'm doing right now. I want to get the person inside because I got an entire arsenal. I got a team that's going to help me. You know what I mean?
That's it.
I mean, that's all it's about. Get your person inside, sitting down and comfortable, and then we'll go to work.
But I also believe that at heart, that you're the best person to accomplish the job of getting what that person wants. Your heart is truly postured at getting them what they want. And that's what's really brewing a solution. We're not here to just make money. The money is a byproduct.
Money is a byproduct.
We put relationships,
just putting the work in,
over revenue.
No doubt.
We put people over profits, and you guys do that every day. You're Solutionaries, and we honor you. We thank you so much.
You guys
I don't want to stop talking.
I don't want to stop talking. I know you.
We got to get to work. We got to do.
We got to about to die, dude. I had a full battery, and it's like, whoa.
But you guys, I'm gonna tell you something. We appreciate you guys for jumping on here this morning. G. What's up, G? You reap what you sow. That's right. Folks. You only get what you put in. You can get lucky and sometimes get some free stuff that floats by. But the more you put into anything, whether it's your people, yourself, your friends, your customers, the more you're gonna get. It's
gonna grow.
Period. That's just the way it works. Trust and believe that. Keep your head right. Keep what's going on between your two ears positive. Always look for the light. Keep growing. Forgive, focus, fly. All that good stuff, man.
Upshift, uplift, be contagious.
That's it, man.
Everybody, man. I'm ready for Terrell to spit, man. You want some beat? You got some beat?
Oh no, man. Chase, I want to thank you for reaching out and wanting to get on the show, and I appreciate that. Folks, if you're watching this and you're interested in being on this show and you think that you have something that we can pour out into someone's cup and we can share it with them, I'm happy to do that. We're always looking for a special brew to share with other people. That's what this whole Car Guy Coffee and Cafe is about, man.
Put your fist up, Chase. Put your right hand up. Bam! Put it up. Put. Oh, there goes Terrell. He's out. Oh,
no, Terrell's still there.
Terrell, pound it over
he
here.
Must have got a phone call in or something.
Bang.
Pound to your right. To your right. Go to the right. Go to your other right. Yep, that way. Put it
close enough.
Bam. Oh, hey, oh, all right. Hey, oh.
But guys,
right. Thank you so much.
No, is there anything you guys want to throw out to the people before we bounce?
Any less?
Yep, on your way to work today, I'm gonna share what Steve would tell everybody because my dad's an idol. He's get in there and focus and leave your problems at the doorstep when you get in work.
Cool.
Focus on work. Focus on selling a car. Now, when you're off work, pick those problems up because they're your damn problems, and you gotta take them with you. But
said like a daddy.
Building,
hey, like daddy say.
And focus. So,
I love it, man. That was great advice, and that's exactly right.
For everybody. So
That's
have a
awesome.
good day.
Great, great,
man. That's great
fired
advice.
up and ready to go, man. Just
all right.
Fired up and ready to go.
Fired up, fired up. What, I mean, I feel like when David Gamble, Maha salute. Just get it down here. Get it off. There we go. Appreciate you all.
We appreciate
Car
both
guys. Car gals. Thank you
easy.
for Brewing Solutions. You have been here with Chase and Terrell on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast.
That's right.
Because they are Solutionaries. Can't wait to have them back on the show, and so excited to hear about the great things that are going on in your world.
Yeah, next time we get with you guys, we're going to do this all together. I'm going to have you guys at the studio.
Right here.
I'm going to get you to sign my board. Matter of fact, anytime, you guys are always welcome to the cafe. If you ever just want to come by and check it out, give me a holler, man. I'm here every Sunday too. So let's freaking
do it. Y'all be easy.
Yeah, you all be easy. You crush your day, guys. Enjoy your day. Have fun. Keep growing. We appreciate it, folks. For all y'all out there.
Let everybody know real quick your name and that you're Brewing Solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. Yeah.
This is
Chase. You start.
This is Chase Lanz, and we are Brewing Solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast today.
Let's brew.
That's
right.
Nice.
Your turn, Terrell. Don't mess it up. He did it first try.
Terrell, and we are Brewing Solutions on the Car Guy Cafe. God dang it. Screw it.
Hey, one more time.
Threw it on me to like.
It's all good, T. It's all good.
On the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. Let's brew. There we go. One more time.
One more time.
1, 2, 3.
This is Terrell.
Is this what happens when you load your lips and send you out for a close?
It's too early in the morning.
You're not drinking. You got to get some Car Guy Coffee.
You need some Car Guy Coffee, bro.
Hey, no doubt. Hey, guys, sell something.
See,
we appreciate you guys. But Terrell, try it one more time, man. I want to get this on video. Let's try it.
This is Terrell.
I love you, man. That'll work, bro. I appreciate you, Terrell. You are awesome, bro. You have a great day. Tell your brother I said what's up.
No doubt, no doubt. Let me get my ass.
Peace, guys.
You guys have a good one. We'll see y'all soon. Folks, for all y'all out there who's watching the show and you guys are getting ready to go, you guys enjoy your day. We'll see you guys on Thursday morning. We're gonna be doing probably a little bit later because we have an interview that morning with the Mr. Greg McCoy. He's the real McCoy. He's a great guy. You guys will enjoy that. But we'll be dropping that later on in the next week after that. But we're gonna be doing a recording. So we'll probably start around 9:30. So we'll see you guys at 9:30ish.
This week, Shannon Everhart. Brewing Solutions in the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. So make sure that you get you some more of that. We're going to be dropping a little bit more of that brew tonight.
And don't forget, this is brought to you by Think Ad Group.
You can get information by going to thinkadgroup.com and finding out what it is that they can do to help you think about your ads a little bit better. These guys are great. Car guys, car gals. This is Lou Ramirez, the Car Guy.
This is Fred Lenars, the Subprime Hero.
And you have been Brewing Solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast.
Yes, right.
Let's
brew. And thank you guys for coming on. You guys have a good one. Y'all have a great week. Everyone crush it. Let's roll. Here we go. See y'all.
See ya.
I hope you all enjoyed this morning. It was nice to spotlight some local guys that have a great personality, that actually have the right mentality when it comes to the business. We didn't get too deep into everything about them, but Chase, if you guys didn't notice, he's actually in a wheelchair, and he was in a car accident many years ago. He did not let them stop. He did not let that stop him from becoming who he is today. Right. He actually does not use it as an excuse. He doesn't use it as a crutch or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Literally, what he does is he just keeps rolling, and no pun intended. He just keeps rolling, and he keeps doing what he's supposed to do. It was an honor to have Chase on here. He's a good dude. He's a trip. If you guys ever get to meet him, if you want to talk to him, he's one of the funniest guys you ever meet. You can see that you can definitely tell he's probably a great closer. But I'm so glad to have them. Terrell, I'm glad that Lou got to do a little reunion with him. That
was so awesome. I mean, really, we met as kids.
Cool
and it's so crazy to see how this business has formulated things and how this area has done what it's done. Again, they came from a great lineage of car guys. There's a lot of great people were able to pour in to people from that group. I was honored to be a part of the beginning stages of that store, and excited to see all the great people that have come from it. And like Terrell said, there's managers and people that have grown everywhere, which is what you do when you train great people, or you have the best intentions at heart of teaching people. You want to see them go, grow, and do great things everywhere that they put their feet to. So it's so encouraging to see that with Terrell, with Chase. Chase comes here. He spoke about his father. We couldn't get too deep into that, but his dad is a great car guy. We had in Bardstown worked with him for a little while years ago, and great professional, knows his stuff, but is all about some business and knows how to get it done, and has a proven track record of doing so. And that is his son that we had here today. That's just figuring it out and understanding it, and now teaching it. And it's a great honor to have these people to be inside of a world where we get to influence them positively and then see them doing the same. It's a great blessing. It's a great victory for us. And it's a great victory for all you car guys and car gals that just want to see people have a great life and succeed at helping people. So, I mean, I've had a good morning.
I also want to thank them too for I did have a great morning, and it's been fun. It's always good having a morning hanging out with Lou, but especially before work. I always enjoy it. No doubt. But the cool thing was, man, honestly, and I want to tell you, Chase, if you guys are watching this in T, man, I appreciate you guys for throwing the honor at us, talking about we're the first in the area to do this. It was, man, and it was uncharted territory. We did it, and we made a commitment. And like anything else in life, folks, if you make a commitment and you just see a picture and you make a goal, it'll happen. And this has happened. We're very honored to be doing what we're doing. Car Guy Coffee we're trying to make this a movement for everybody. We're trying to upshift and uplift everybody's life, not just car people, but people in general. So if this touches you and you felt something from it, please share it. Please. Let people know about it. And if it didn't touch you, sorry.
Well, just drink some more.
Drink some more coffee.
You'll like it over time.
You'll like it even more.
It's an acquired taste.
But no, man, it's been a true honor. We are literally 2 days away from our 7-month mark of having this podcast. So, so on Thursday, when we just kind of ironic. So Thursday, it always seems like we're doing a show on like our anniversary days. But so we're getting ready to do our show on Thursday, and on Thursday when we do that, we'll probably talk about being 7 months in. But 7 months, it seems like a long time, but in the grand scheme, it's very short. We're looking forward to one day talking about 5 years, 7 years, And this is never going to go away. I think Car Guy Coffee is always going to be part of our DNA. It's always going to be out there for the world to see.
Oh my gosh, he's spitting like crazy. Look at you. Listen to these vibes coming out of him.
But it's not going anywhere. No matter what we do, no matter what we end up doing with this business, Car Guy Coffee is always going to be there, guys. So never worry about that. It's always going to be there. Whether Lou and I are hosting it or somebody else is, Car Guy Coffee is not going anywhere. We're going to leave this out there for the world because it needs to keep growing. And I think that you guys see people who are following this, people who are loving this, what we're talking about. This needs to be here. People need to see this. People need to feel uplifted. People need to feel happy. People need to understand that this business isn't just serious like all the time. We like to keep it silly, seriously silly. Mm-hmm. We do that. We have fun because that's what it's about. When you can't make everything just vanilla. Got the little chocolates.
Vanilla. You can't have just vanilla.
So, we're excited about it. We appreciate you guys coming on the show, Chase and Terrell. Man, it was awesome. And I'm looking forward to having some other local guys. So once again, if you're watching this and you want to get on this show, just hit Lou or I up. We're happy to get you on the show. You can do this. You don't have to be local. You could just be a car guy from somewhere. Just let us know what you want to talk about, what you bring. And it's nice. It's really nice to be able to talk about different levels of the business from other places. But it was fun spitting game with these guys, talking about how well they're doing, and it's good to see that they're doing well. And I'm very proud of those two dudes, and I'm looking forward to having them back on the show again.
Yes, that's going to be fun and more. I mean, there's so much more to come.
There is.
It's a great honor to do what we do. It has been a blessing over this time to be able to stretch ourselves into this direction. But this stretch has constantly made us and other people grow. And there is a great honor in that.
Yep.
And we can't wait to see what else is going on. We're pushing ourselves. We're being mentored. We're being cut on and shown how to get better at what it is that we do. For those of you that want to brew the best solutions, and you want it to taste good, you want it to feel good, you want it to invigorate you like a good cup of coffee.
You need it to wake you up, right?
Let's go.
Give you that energy.
Come on.
That's what Car Guy
Wake
Coffee is.
up. So car guys, thank you again for brewing
So
solutions
much.
with us. This is Lou Ramirez, the Car Guy,
This is Frelin Arce, Subprime Hero.
and you've been brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast.
Let's brew. Yeah, we did it right that time. So y'all have a good one. Enjoy your week. We'll see you on Thursday morning.
Day.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
Bring it
Brother,
out.
we make
Let's go.
saves.
Yeah.
Yes.